All right, Mom and Dad Meet World. So today we are looking at the M5 Pro 14-inch MacBook Pro. How does this little computer compare? This had just come out with the new M5 processor. Does it even stack up to something like this computer right here, the 16-inch M4 Pro MacBook Pro? And how is it against, say, something small like this, like the 13-inch MacBook Air? This right here is a very, very capable computer. Had this almost since the day it came out, and we will find out. So stay tuned and check out the full video. Hello, Mom and Dad Meet World. So today we are talking about this computer right here. This is the brand new 14-inch MacBook Pro with the M5 processor. It is right here. We had this in the silver colorway, as you can see right here. Thought we would change it up just a little bit because we've got some dark color MacBooks around. But this computer right here, we've gotten pretty much almost since day one, maybe a week or so after this computer had come out. We had picked this up, and with this computer right here, we thought we would splurge a little bit in the configuration. So this is still the factory configuration, but this is with the 24 gigs of RAM and then also 1 terabyte on the solid state drive right here. And this is what we had gotten, and this is what we picked up. And obviously, as you can see here, we picked this up in silver right here. And the computer has been very, very good. Actually, really like the color because we've had space black over the past few years. And so, yeah, the silver is actually quite nice. So let us talk about the performance on this computer. I want to give you a little bit of what we've been using it for. And a lot of what we've been using it for is just very run-of-the-mill, just web browsing like Safari, like Chrome, Microsoft Office, the whole suite of apps. Slack, Pixelmator Pro, just a normal Photos app, and then a little bit of Sony's Catalyst Browse. Actually, should I say a lot of Sony's Catalyst Browse in addition to Final Cut Pro that we have been using with this computer. And I do got to say, everything we've thrown at this computer has done really well, and this computer does not sweat. It is fast, and it is really fast actually. When I think about this computer right here, I think about the M4 Pro MacBook Pro 16 that we currently use full-time, and that computer is actually right here. These two are very similar in performance, to a point to where we were using both computers right here for a 10-minute clip in Final Cut Pro, and both of those finished about the same time. What do I mean by about the same time? I mean literally within seconds of each other. So 10-minute, 17-second clip, they finished in slightly under, a little over 4 minutes for each computer, and that is actually quite good. We are not talking like M4 Max, which is gonna be slightly quicker than that, but we're talking a very good pace for this computer and this computer right here. So this has got the M4 Pro chip in it. This has got the base M5 and the base configuration that you can get directly from Apple with this. Yes, you do have more storage. So with this model, you've got 1 terabyte. With this model we've got 512 gigs of SSD storage. Both are equipped with 24 gigs of RAM. And so, yeah, this computer has felt nothing but absolutely zippy, downright fast, especially compared to pretty much every other computer we've used. Not only that, but this is a bigger computer right here in the 16-inch, but the battery life on paper is supposedly the same at 24 hours. And the battery life on this, yeah, is a good solid few days worth of use, especially if you're not doing anything intensive. If you're doing just pretty much light tasking, this computer does indeed last a very long time, to where I keep thinking to myself, the battery's gonna die one of these times, and it just keeps going. The most intensive thing we do on here, we don't do anything like LLMs, but we do use this for Sony's Catalyst Browse. And again, even though this is the bigger computer right here, it's got more of the active cooling, and then it's got more graphics processing. it actually does a task in the same time for stabilizing clips, which I am very, very, very surprised that this can keep up with the 16-inch M4 Pro MacBook Pro, and it can actually hang in there to stabilize clips. Does the fan go on? Yes, the fan goes on. It is very audible with both computers, but this computer can absolutely keep up with the other computer. So just know that this computer is more than capable. So with that being said, I do got to say, if you have an M4 Pro or M4 model and you're considering this computer right here, unless this is going to be like your first computer, then I would probably not upgrade. You may just want to wait and hold off for the different body design for next year. And M4 Pro, whether you have the base M4 in the MacBook Pro model or an M4 Pro, M4 Max specifically, no, you definitely don't want to upgrade because you may be downgrading, especially when it comes to the video, because the M4 Max processors, or should I say the Max processors, have dual encode, dual decode for your HEVC clips, which is primarily what I use here. What I do love about these computers right here is you've got the 3 Thunderbolt ports, 2 on one side, 1 on the other, HDMI, and the SD memory card reader that is standard with the MacBook Pros. But you may be just asking yourself here is, if you've got the Pro and if you're looking for the first computer, this would be a great little first computer. But then maybe it all comes down to form factor, because as far as speed goes, you're not really going to notice like the speed difference. This is super duper quick. I would say as quick as the M4 Pro MacBook Pros in like the 16 and the 14-inch version. That is how quick they are. Again, it just may be form factor, 14-inch. And if you're considering something like a MacBook Air, like we've got right here, this is the 13-inch MacBook Air, and it is very similar screen-wise to the 13-inch MacBook Air right here. If you do want something like the MacBook Air, it is also very capable. I do got to say that the battery life is not as good as this M5 MacBook Pro. The battery life on this is truly excellent. When they say 24 hours, yes, they're talking about just constant video playback going on a loop again and again, but this right here, it can truly do a little bit of work and still give you really, really excellent battery life, just like the 16, but in a much smaller package, much more portable package. Maybe not as portable as the 13, but not too bad. So the thing in that form factor, the 16, you're going to get a much bigger screen, much bigger usable screen. So will the MacBook Air in the 15-inch. But again, this is still just as portable in the 14-inch MacBook Pro. I think it's a good Goldilocks size, especially considering the 13, the 16, the 14. Again, it's kind of similar to the 14, similar to the 13, but it is a very, very nice size, nice computer overall. So hopefully this video review helped you out. If it did, you know what to do. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now.